Everybody, it's Michelle. I'm the Katan unit leader, and I have a really great story for you tonight. It's called A Glorious Day, and it is one of my favorites. I hope you like it too. It's A Glorious Day by Amy Schwartz. Morning. One baby, two little girls, three big boys, four little boys, two cats, and a bird live in a small apartment building made of red brick. They're all early risers. Henry is the first up. After he's been up a while and it's starting to get light out, he hears Peter and Thomas upstairs. Then baby Susanna and her two brothers get up. Next, the triplets and Will. Henry eats a plum for breakfast and a few noodles and one bite of hot dog. Henry's bird nibbles on the seeds. Hi, Princess, Henry says. Want to fly? He opens the cage door. All the other kids are eating breakfast too. Cheerios, rice checks, baby cereal, and potato chips. And then everybody starts getting dressed. Henry decides to get dressed outside. On the stoop, Henry's mother helps him put on his diaper and long pants and green shirt and shoes. Thomas and Peter take the trash out with their dad. Look at Peter's lovely underpants, Henry's mother says. Henry wear underpants sooner or later, Henry says. Baby Susanna's sitter comes into the building. The triplets' auntie comes to watch them. Baby Susanna's two brothers come out with their mother and pick up Will for school. Henry waves to the garbage man. He watches a shiny blue car get towed. The small red brick building is warm in the sun. Day has begun. Day. Henry runs up and down the steps of the small red brick building 10 times. Then he and his mother walk to the grocery store. Peter and Thomas are there too. The mothers buy macaroni, graham teddies, bananas, milk, and ravioli. Henry mails a letter on the way back. At home, Henry and his mother play trains. Henry is the big train, and his mother is the small train all morning long. The kids in the building rattle rattles, paint pictures, and jump on the sofa. The mailman delivers the mail. Henry's mother goes into the hall to check the mailbox, and Princess flies out the door. Princess! Henry and his mother search upstairs and downstairs, upstairs and down. Princess! Princess! Peter and Thomas and the triplets look too. They find Princess at the top of the top staircase. Henry's mother gets the cage, and Princess flies in. Never a dull moment, Henry's mother says. For lunch, the triplets go out for pizza. Peter and Thomas have bagels with cream cheese. And Henry has one bite of a number of things. After lunch, Henry lies down for a nap. All the other kids are falling asleep too. UPS comes and goes. A jackhammer starts and stops out on the street. Henry's mother closes her eyes, and inside the small red apartment building, everything is still. Until Henry wakes up. And baby Susanna and Peter and Thomas and the triplets. The mothers and sitters make snacks and pack diaper bags and put kids in sweaters. Doors of apartments open and close, and the front door of the red brick building swings open and shut. Everyone is leaving for the playground. Kids come in strollers, on bikes, and in running shoes. They bring balls and dolls and trucks. Baby Susanna flies high in the swing. The triplets ride in a parade and crash into one another's bikes. Henry finds sticks and puts them down the storm drain. A breeze curls around the playground and floats back to the small red building. Kids come and go and laugh and yell and fall down and get up again. It is a glorious afternoon. Night. In front of the small red building, Peter and Thomas are drawing trains with colored chalk. When Henry gets home from the playground, he adds smoke. He can hear Princess inside singing with the birds outside. Soon the triplets are back too. The big boys come home from floor hockey and play on the sidewalk. A neighbor walks by. "Is this a school or something?" she asks. The triplets' mother comes home, and baby Susanna's mother gets out of a cab, and one by one the dads come home too. A pizza is delivered. "Peter and Thomas, time to go in." "Will, let's go." It is dusk, and one by one everyone goes inside. The mothers and dads make dinner. The kids ride trucks, watch videos, and hoop and holler. For dinner, the kids eat hamburgers, pizza, chicken and corn, and spaghetti and meatballs. Princess pecks at a piece of lettuce. Henry lines up all his green beans like a train. Then he puts them in his orange juice. "Bath time," Henry's mother says. Henry can hear Peter and Thomas splashing upstairs. Hot water and cold water are rushing through pipes and into tubs all over the small red building. Kids play with boats and ducks and pour water on the bathroom floor. Soon the mothers and dads take out big towels and dry faces and tummies and arms and legs. Then the kids get into PJs and it's time for bed. Henry listens to the Three Bears 5 times. He tells Dad about Princess. Baby Susanna cries and her father rocks her. Kids hear stories and tell stories and listen to songs. They get tucked in with blankets and bears and rabbits and trains. Henry asks for his red garbage truck. The moon comes up, and in a small apartment building made of red brick, one baby, 2 little girls, 3 big boys, 4 little boys, 2 cats, and a bird fall fast asleep. That was A Glorious Day by Amy Schwartz. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you all soon. Actually, I have another book. It's called The Giant Jam Sandwich. Story and pictures by John Vernon Lord, with verses by Janet Burroway. This one's an older book that my husband loved when he was a kid, and we would read it to our son all the time. One hot summer in Itching Down, 4 million wasps flew into town. They drove the picnickers away. They chased the farmers from their hay. They stung Lord Swell on his fat, bald pate. They dived and hummed and buzzed and ate. And the noisy, nasty nuisance grew till the villagers cried, "What can we do?" So they called a meeting in the village hall, and Mayor Muddlenut asked them all, "What can we do?" And they said, "Good question." But nobody had a good suggestion. Then Bap the baker leapt to his feet and cried, "What do wasps like best to eat?" "Strawberry jam." "Now, wait a minute. If we make a giant sandwich, we could trap them in it." The gentleman cheered, the ladies squealed, and Farmer Seed said, "Use my field." Bap gave instructions for making of the dough. "Mix flour from above and yeast from below. Salt from the seaside, water from the spout. Now thump it, bump it, bang it about." While they were working, and working hard, some more made a tablecloth in the yard. When they were done, the dough was left to rise till the loaf was a mountain in shape and size. They hitched it up with a bit of fuss to tractors, cars, and the village bus, and took it to the oven they had made on the hill. 50 cookers in an old brick mill. For hours and hours they let it cook. It swelled inside till the windows shook. It was piping hot when they took it out, and the villagers raised a mighty shout. "Isn't it crusty? Aren't we clever?" But the wasps were just as bad as ever. The loaf was left to cool, and then the people watched while 6 strong men took a great big saw and sliced right through. Everybody clapped, and they cut slice too. The village bus, they all agreed, would spoil the fields of Farmer Seed, so 8 fine horses pulled the bread to where the picnic cloth was spread. A truck drew up and dumped out butter, and they spread it out with a flap and a flutter. Spoons and spades slap and slam, and they did the same with the strawberry jam. Meanwhile, high above the field, 6 flying machines whirred and wheeled, ready for the wasps to take the bait, and then there was nothing to do but wait. Suddenly the sky was humming. All 4 million wasps were coming. They smelled that jam. They dived and struck, and they ate so much they all got stuck. The other slice came down, ker-splat, on top of the wasps, and that was that. There were only 3 that got away, and where they are now, I cannot say. But they never came back to Itching Down, which is not a waspish sort of town, but a very nice place to dance and play, and that's what the villagers did that day. See the birds with the giant tablecloth and the big sandwich wrapped up in it. What became of the sandwich? Well, in Itching Down, they like to tell how the birds flew off with it in their beaks and had a feast for 100 weeks. That was The Giant Jam Sandwich, story and pictures by John Vernon Lord, with verses by Janet Hurway. I hope you liked both stories tonight. I had fun reading to you, and I hope to see you all soon.